encourage random people to come on stage. We worked really hard to do this. Barring any other historical interruptions, I would like to welcome out three folks who work in the Uptown area to create creative stuff, a lot like me, but very different. We're going to find out how different now. Please welcome Kurt Chang, Lily Mooney, and Kirsten Reiber to the stage. Neo-Futurists, welcome. Chairs, three people.
Perfect fit.
I got this all planned out, let me tell you. Except for the whole historian thing. I do that all the time. So how's it going, guys?
Good.
Great.
Excellent. That's good to hear. You are in Uptown. Now, when I told people that the Neo-Futurists were coming on the show, they said, "Is that Uptown? Is it really in Andersonville?" And I was like, "Did you not think I looked at a map? Did you not think I did my research about this?" They didn't. They didn't think I did. But that's okay. Kurt, you are the artistic director of the Neo-Futurists.
Yeah, artistic director and ensemble member.
And ensemble member.
Both of them.
So you direct the art and you ensemble.
We all direct the art and we all ensemble.
Sounds a little socialist, man. But is that good? Is that art by committee, or do we enjoy this process?
No, it's great. I think like the reason I've been there since 2008 is because we are like we call ourselves a collective of writer-performer directors, and I've been doing it since 2008. And a big part of the work is that we run it artistically and businessly as the artist.
Important. Art is business. Business is an art form.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I say that all the time. Yeah, it is a business because I go in there. I've seen Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind is the name of the show. Is this weekly? You do this Too Much Light?
Yes.
Weekly.
Or 50 weeks out of the year. We take 2 weeks off in December, but otherwise, yeah, it's going on.
Well, that's a pretty good ratio, I gotta say, better than me. So, Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind is, and if we could introduce ourselves so everyone's aware who's who.
Sure. I'm Kirsten. I've been ensemble member since 2013. I'm Lily. I've been an ensemble member since 2012.
And Kurt, do you want to speak to the process of?
Yeah. So Too Much Light Makes a Baby Go Blind is 30 plays in 60 minutes. And so what that means is that when you're an audience member, you come to see a group of writer-performer directors attempt to perform 30 very short plays in 60 minutes. So when we say play, that obviously means an average of about 2-minute plays.
Right, I'm very good at math, and I immediately got what you meant. Kirsten, Kurt said attempt to perform all these plays.
Right. It doesn't always. We don't always make it.
Is that true? Does everyone get their money back? How does that work?
No. When the show's over, the show's over. We set a timer, a darkroom timer at the top of the show, and when those 60 minutes spill out of it, there's a buzzing sound that happens, and then everybody leaves. It's the task of the show, so it gives the whole thing a sense of urgency and play. We embrace failure and mistakes.
I should give that a try. I just wouldn't know. I just wouldn't know what that's like. What is it like to write one of these 2-minute plays? Is it as fast-paced as the show itself?
Well, it's the other part of the show, aside from them being plays, is that we operate under the aesthetic of neo-futurism. And what that means is it's an art form that was essentially, when it was founded in 1988, the writer-performers, they go under this, it's a constraint-based art, as in we don't play characters. We are always who we actually are. We're always where we actually are. So in making the plays, we're writing about ourselves. We're writing about our own experiences, and everything that we're saying on stage and writing is true to our lives and experience.
Wow. Well, it's good to have parameters, right? Because I mean, Kirsten, if someone gave me an easel and a bunch of paint and said, "Paint me something," and I was like what? They're like, "I don't know, just whatever you want." That's kind of overwhelming, right? Because there's like too much. And so you're really kind of boxing yourselves in for that. Is that good? Is that a good experience?
Well, I think like the reason that the show's been around for so long, and that the movement has been around for so long, is because of that constraint where you have to and it's like there's a certain amount of efficiency where you have to, that's the task that's at hand. We write every single week, and that constraint allows you to create more and more and more.
That's good.
You asked about the writing process of the show.
Indeed.
The way we cut plays from the menu, we call our list of plays a menu.
Yum, yum.
Yes. Every Friday and Sunday we roll a die at the end of the show, and the total of those two rolls determines what we cut from the show that week and have to write new for the next week. So we are also embracing randomness and chance there. So the cast is responsible for writing up to 12 new plays as a group. But we write individually. We just, as a group, have to produce at least the number that the die roll was for the following week. So we start our writing on Sunday and we pitch plays on Tuesday night every night.
So you don't all have to write together, you can write individually and then come back. Willie, an example of something that you've written in the past that you really liked?
I think you should tell them about the doily. Oh, okay. I don't know if I like this play. So this was a desperation play. Like we had a high roll and I had 2 plays, but I felt like I needed a third, and I was eating tomato soup in Andersonville, right north of Uptown, trying to think of a third play I could bring, and I noticed I had gotten, with my tomato soup, they had given me a doily underneath it. And we're supposed to write from our own lives, right? So anything can be inspiration. You'll be in the grocery store, or you'll have a weird phone call with your grandma, and that can be a play. You just are constantly converting things into art. So I noticed that the doily was dirty, and that seemed funny to me for some reason. So I brought in a play, I pitched a play where I and another cast member named Brenda would show the doily to the audience and tell them the story of me finding it. It's very compelling. And then I would give, every night I had to bring 3 new things to make it dirtier than the night before. So the audience would get to pick a thing to make it dirtier. And over the course of the play being in the show, it turns into this foul, disgusting thing. And we're basically creating like a disturbing art object over its run in the show. So this is one way that, like, non-fictionally, I'm not only embracing this like kind of more disgusting facet of life, like trying to make something dirty and repellent, but the audience is involved in the task.
And you don't know how long these plays are going to run for, so how long did you have to make this doily dirty?
So we performed 3 nights a week. It stayed in the menu for 4 weeks, so I had
That's a dirty doily.
Yeah, so I had to come up with 12 original dirts to put onto the doily, and I got desperate.
Didn't you play urine on it?
Yeah, in week 4, I
Settle down.
Urine?
It was Lily's urine. She kept it in the water bottle. Let's talk. Kurt, why don't you talk about a play you've written recently?
Well, this is good. This stuff writes itself.
Yeah.
Wait, no, first, were you eating lunch in a Jane Austen novel? Why are there doilies?
I don't know. That's what was so funny to me. The whole play was about, like, a doily is like this dainty, funny, like, silly thing, and it seems to suggest like cleanliness and class. And then it was just in this coffee shop, and I got it dirty because it was under my soup, and I wanted to go further into that and see what happened.
I love it, and in fact, this seems like a great time to pump the hashtag best evening ever, as well as hashtag dirty doily. You guys can use that if you want. Kurt, you have written a piece that will be performed later on in the show. In the second half of the show, you guys will come back and perform a piece for us. You literally can get these ideas from anywhere. Does that ever get trite amongst you? Does it ever like, oh, look who pulled another one out of their grandma's phone call? Like, oh, here we go again. I'm tired of hearing about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so it's not necessarily about, everything is going to come out it will come out different because everyone's a little bit different, right? I mean, it's the reason that the show has gone on for so long is because we're borrowing and stealing from each other all the time. And I think there's that motifs and themes or techniques of doing plays changes over time. But the people are always, the identity of the company now is way different than it was when it was first born in the late 80s. And that's because the people in our company reflect what is the people of the world. right?
Yeah.
In Chicago specifically.
Borrowing material seems like something that artists do all the time, isn't it? Artists steal, and good artists take Futurists classes.
Yeah.
Isn't that how the saying goes? Do you all teach? Is
That was a really interesting segue.
Hashtag Futurists. If you have any issues promoting anything, just make a hashtag. People
Yeah.
take it straight. It's great. Do you all teach classes? Or how does that work?
Yeah, we all do. Yeah. The ensemble teaches a lot of different, like all kinds of different classes. A lot of us got to know the art form and eventually got to do it just through. It's not a requirement to get into the company to take classes by any means, but like to kind of understand and do the work. Yeah, we teach workshops.
Well, we didn't get. When did you join the company again?
When did you join?
2012. I was cast in 2012 and I started in January
So
2013.
2012, 2008, and
2013.
2013.
Yeah.
So have you seen this change a great deal? I mean, from 2013 on, has the process changed a great deal, or has it been pretty much the same? Is it consistent?
Well, our systems of rehearsal and cutting and writing for the next week are pretty standard and set in place, and they've been honed and fine-tuned over the last 26 years. So yeah, the systems have remained the same, but yeah, like Kurt said, the ensemble is always changing and shifting, so the content is ever changing.
Yeah, and the material is personal, but we're also very topical. Like we're always talking. It's a weekly show, so we have the opportunity to respond pretty quickly to things that happen. So we're writing political work and sometimes abstract work. So even though there's the constraint to be yourself, we invent a lot of different ways, and we bring a lot of different backgrounds to that.
Interesting you mentioned that. Like I said, we got to wrap up, but please check out Too Much Life Makes a Baby Go Blind. You have a play running right now called Mike Mother, which I'm very excited to see, and we should all go together. But you just mentioned how political and current the topics can be for these plays. Kurt, the play that you'll be performing later that you wrote is entitled what?
Make America Steak Again.
Make America Steak Again.
And I wrote it last year, beginning, middle of last year. So you'll see. Yeah, you'll see.
Yum, yum.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to have you guys here, and I think you add to the delightful cultural smorgasbord that is Uptown. Guys, please give it up for the Futurists. What a great bunch of guys. Isn't that fun? I like it a lot. I go see Too Much Light Makes a Baby Go Blind, but when I told my grandma to go see that, she said, that's disgusting. You're sick. She didn't get it. Too Much Light Makes a Baby Go Blind. Anyway. What's next? Oh yeah! We got this great group of these siblings, these redheaded siblings who are excellent musicians who I've been a fan of, honest to God, for many years, and I'm very excited to have them on.